Riley Defense AK-47. Alright, I took this gun out. Granted, I did not shoot a lot. I got about 60 rounds out of it. It was cold, but it functioned well. I got it sighted in. And I was kind of surprised at the accuracy that I got using either Tula ammo, the Russian steel cased ammo. It's pretty accurate, okay, right out of the box. Now another thing, I like to ask you guys, just understand while I'm making these videos, you know, when I get all these comments, oh, why didn't you buy this, why didn't you buy that? The whole idea is I want to assess a firearm at a certain price point, okay? This here is between 7 and 8, okay? Now you get a lot of these foreign-made guns or guns made on parts kits, okay? They're getting up over 1K, okay? And actually some of these things are up there close to where you can get a pretty good DSA copy of an FNFAL, okay, for an AK-47, all right? And I have a Romanian parts kit that I built. And this still has the chrome line live barrel that came with that parts kit all those years ago. A matching kit that I just built around a receiver, okay? At the time, these things, you know, when they were put together, you're talking $450, all right? Now, if you get a Polish one or something like this, and it's not the original chrome line barrel in there, you have to get a US made barrel, you're well over 1K, all right? And what I'm trying to do is prove this, or prove out this gun, what it's like. And also, when I was watching more recent videos about US made AKs, okay, and how people were looking at the rivets and checking the head space and everything, it comes down to the point that at one point in time, there were some guns made with subpar components, okay? And I didn't quite understand this. And the blind sniper brought it up. There was an IO AK that the steel and stuff in the pins, you know, they were not the right hardness. They would stretch, bend, the headspace, the barrel would move out. They made trunnions out of castings, which I've seen a video, even though it's 10 years old. The AK-74 blew up. Right while, I mean, it disintegrated. The receiver, you know. I was told by somebody when I started reviewing this gun that they've corrected that, because that is criminal and dangerous. You can't have, you got lawsuits out the ass. So these things have been corrected, and that's why this gun came with the thing forged tough. Okay, they're forgings. Alright, so what do you get when you buy one of these, we'll call it a lower end gun, okay? US made gun. This gun here is made, I believe, right here in North Carolina, in Charlotte, okay, RAK-47. Now, how does it compare to this AK-47? We're going to go out and shoot them side by side. Alright, first thing when I got this gun, it's interesting, the folding stock. It has the, you know, scope mount. It has that little notch in the safety. You can hold it open. I guess people compete in some sort of shooting sports where you have to have a chamber flag and that when you're running a course or something. You know, that I'm just a gun collector, okay? So, sighting it in was cool. The thing functioned all right. Are there issues with it? Yes. I'll kind of go over them, all right, to begin with. First off, when this thing cycles, okay, it's not that smooth. Okay, what it is the hammer, when it gets back to that point, the hammer's putting pressure up on the bolt. Okay. This rifle doesn't do that. And when you look inside, you can see where the face of the bolt is kind of machined, where this one is kind of rounded or oval. All right, small thing. The gun still shoots, so not a big deal. Doesn't hesitate, jam, or anything. It still works. Next thing, go to disassemble. A couple points people made is this lever here that when you pull out the bolt and the operating rod, you flip this up and you can remove this upper handguard in this tube, this gas tube. Okay, you're supposed to really clean it, especially if you're using like military ammo that's mildly corrosive. You got to clean the tube or the inside of the tube will rot out. This is riveted on there. Some of these guns had problems with this rivet not being that tight. This is super tight. You know, you got to pry it up there. But I notice when I line it up and try to get the handguard off, it's fitted super, super tight, and you got to fool with it and everything and yank it to get it off. No big deal. I know I'm not using corrosive ammo and I can actually clean the tube without having to remove it. Alright, so no problem there. Trying to get the lower stock off. I went in, turned the pin, I could not get that to move. I don't know, pressed in there or something. I have no idea. But no big deal. Don't really have to take it off unless you're going to change the stock, which I just leave it on there. Nothing wrong with it. Cleaning rod. This thing, when I pulled it out, the end of the rod was monkeyed up, so I hit it on a grinder, tried to put a little chamfer on it. And then when I tried putting it back in, I guess it went in or something. So the cleaning rod has some issues. Well, other than that, okay, I can say, you know, there's a few small things, but nothing that's a deal breaker. Says, you know, the average person really isn't going to disassemble a gun. I mean, they give you a nitrated barrel because the sales pitch at least at Atlantic Firearms is you don't really have to clean the gun. So you're not going to go and pull a cleaning rod off, okay? You know. So, for the average person, these things ain't that bad. It was pretty close to sight it in. I had to just tweak the elevation a little with my tool, and within a matter of minutes and like 10 rounds, I had it to where point of aim, it shoots. As far as shooting goes, this is good. And it's got scope mount, okay, where this one here does not. Alright. Now, as compared to more expensive guns, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go and get other models or types. And magazines. It comes with a polymer magazine, which work fine. And I put 2 or 3 different types of military issue magazines into the gun. I went through a pile of them that I have, and most of them fit except one. There's one that doesn't fit, and it could be that that one doesn't really quite fit in anything, because sometimes you'd get an odd one when you used to buy them by the bucket load when communism fell back in the 90s. So the military mags work in here all right and everything else. The only other thing is they say that it comes with a bayonet lug. Now this is what Atlantic Firearms lists in the description. I don't know if this is listed everywhere. They said that this is actually a bayonet lug. Now I tried a Romanian Type 1 bayonet. I tried a supposedly Bulgarian AK-47 bayonet. I tried all these different bayonets I had, and they didn't fit. So I went to Atlantic Firearms and I bought a couple of these Polish bayonets. I did a video on them. Now the one that was in real bad shape, I tried getting it on there, and I figured I could modify the bayonet to get it to fit on the lug. I never tried the one that was in better shape. And today, before I made this video, I was fooling around, and I went, and lo and behold, without doing anything to it or doing anything to the gun, this thing snaps on there. So you can get a bayonet to fit on this very easily, but you may have to try 5 or 6 different ones until you get to that point. So, I can't say that, for the money, alright, few little things, but the fact that you're talking, the price point difference, I can't say there's a problem. Now, I did not check this. The one thing is, when the box came, there's no manual, no nothing. There was the gun and a magazine. No manual, no paperwork, no warranty card, no gun lock either, or chamber flag, which a lot of these different guns came with it. I don't know if that disappeared, because I did get a pistol that had a spot for a little trigger locking device that was empty when I got the gun. So, I don't know. But that's how it came. For the money, I'm going to say it's not bad. Now, a lot of people said that, these guns don't have a good rep. Somebody did put a comment down there. And this is not an advertisement for nobody or nothing. I'm not going to take this gun out and fire like 1,000 rounds through this thing. Okay? I'm going to take it out, shoot it a little bit at 100, 200 yards. Going to see. Try to run a few hundred more rounds out of it and just see how it holds up. Okay? That's my honest opinion of it, and we'll see how it goes. Okay? How this would hold up if you're shooting it a lot, competing. I guess some people, they do shoot in a type of like a cowboy action match or something, or whatever the hell you call it, where you run around and fire the gun and stuff. That I don't know. I don't know if it'll stand up. I do know that these things, me and my friends built them way back when, and some of the guys, the same exact parts kits like this, had put over the years, and that was many years ago, had put thousands and thousands of rounds through these firearms, and they still work to this day. Okay, and there is an option. You could go and you can find firearms that are built from the parts kits. Actually, there's a bunch of other ones come in just recently, so they're still bringing them in. Unfortunately, you don't get the barrels anymore, which is sad, because if you can get one with a live barrel on it and that, they make a good kit. They make a good build. Alright guys, so hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned, and we're going to take this out and get some more rounds down range. Alright.